I was on Undisputed this morning with Skip and Shannon. And I tell you what, one of the topics we discussed, Rob, you could probably guess it, Lakers, Blazers. Looks like the Blazers, they are roaring to not only the play-in game, but they look like they're going to roar to the 8th seed and then have the advantage in the playoff game. But it looks like they'll be the team that meets the Lakers in the first round of the playoffs. Now, anything can happen. They got 4 seeding games left, so it's not guaranteed. But I'm thinking it's going to be the Blazers, and so are most people. And the question was, are the Blazers, who are 3-1 in the bubble, Damian Lillard is killing it, averaging 30-something points, C.J. McCollum, Gary Trent Jr., for goodness sake, has come out of nowhere. Yusef Nurkic is back healthy, the 7-footer. Zach Collins back healthy. And Carmelo Anthony, despite what I was reading about today on Deadspin.com, the Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, is back and playing a nice little role there. Rob Parker can fill you in on what I'm alluding to.
You already know the headline on that column was spectacular.
But that wasn't you, though.
I wrote the headline.
Do you do headlines, too?
No, I
usually we don't do headlines.
No, we don't. I suggested that one because I came up with it. Hollow Famer.
Well,
like
that's
hollow numbers.
That's your New York
famers.
background. That's your New York back page background. Yeah, hollow flamer. Hollow Famer.
Right.
H-O-L-L-O-W.
Yes. Right. But no, I came up with that. You know what's funny? Leon Carter, you know Leon.
Yep.
Leon Carter hit me up, and Leon, of course, was the sports editor in Daily News
That's
in New York.
That's a back page right there.
ESPN, and he said it. He said he sent me Hall of Famer, like, that's awesome. And then I said, I wrote that. I wrote that headline. I did. I'm taking credit. I did.
That's a back page. That is a New York Post, even Daily News back page. You know
no
that.
doubt.
But yeah, Rob. So the question was, do you think people are talking now? Are the Blazers a legitimate threat to the Lakers in the playoffs? Because the Lakers obviously haven't looked good. What do you think?
I'm not there yet. I remember the Blazers last year. I know it's a different year, different people, when they got swept in the Western Conference Finals, not ready for prime time.
Right.
And getting excited about a couple of games, especially when you're beating some teams that really don't have that much to gain from it. They're in their spots. So I just would be careful before people think, oh, wow, look, the Blazers are going to win. I don't see it. I'm not buying in. If the Lakers were to lose to the Blazers in the first round, it would be because the Lakers self-destructed. Anthony Davis was a no-show. LeBron James had a bum big toe. Seriously, if that were to happen, it would be a catastrophe for the Lakers, even more so than crowning the Trailblazers. That's how big. It wouldn't be the other way around. The story would be LeBron James and Anthony Davis choked to the Portland Trailblazers.
It would. And a lot of people also would look at it as, okay, the end of LeBron James's prime is here.
Yep.
That's what they would look at it like. Because for them to lose, Rob, LeBron would have to look like he's looked in the bubble.
Right.
Which I don't expect to happen. I expect him to turn it on and play like LeBron James in the playoffs.
And remember, it ain't about one game. You're beating LeBron James and Anthony Davis in 4 games? Seriously, 4 games? Chris, if it happens, I'll be the first to raise my hand and say, stunned, unbelievable, can't believe it, and you're right. The beginning of the end of LeBron James in the NBA.
Yeah, and I said it on the show, Undisputed. I said I give the Blazers an 8 to 10% chance of upsetting the Lakers. And now, if you ask me, can they make it a series? Can they go 6? Maybe can they go 7? Then I'd say, yeah, I think there's a good chance of that. But even if it goes 7, I don't give the Blazers a chance to win it. And most people would say, well, if it goes 7, anybody can win. I would be shocked, even in 7, if the Blazers won. So I think they can make it a series, but I do not think they can beat the Lakers, as you said, 4 out of 7. And one of their major problems.
If it was one game, Chris? Oh, yeah.
Of course. Anything can happen, especially with the three-point ball nowadays.
Absolutely. One game?
They got nobody, Rob, to guard LeBron James. And look, Melo, I don't care if it's skinny Melo. I don't care if it's hoodie Melo. I don't care if it's Orangeman Melo from Syracuse. I don't care if it's Olympic Melo. I don't care if it's Yellow Melo or Melo Yellow, whatever the pop was called.
Was it Melo Yellow?
He cannot guard LeBron James. Zach Collins cannot guard LeBron James. And if Yusef Nurkic wants to provide resistance at the rim, we saw how that turned out last time. LeBron put him on a poster. That's not even to mention Anthony Davis. So look, Portland is a great story in the bubble, and look, I get it. The Lakers have trouble guarding the perimeter. Portland shooting lights out. So people are looking at it like, man, I think, they got a shot. Again, they got a shot to push the Lakers and make it interesting. They do not have a shot, in my opinion, to beat the Lakers.
I just don't see it. I understand why people are looking at the Lakers. I think when you look at the Lakers, it's more about long-term and whether or not they can get to the Western Conference Finals or even win. Those are the concerns, and I think those are real, Chris, when they play better teams, later on in the playoffs.
Second round, maybe even Houston, but certainly the Clippers.
It's Houston and the Clippers, when you look at those teams, I think, okay, there could be an issue. They don't have the depth. They're top-heavy. They don't shoot the three ball, and they don't defend the three ball.
Right.
In this man's NBA, Chris, how in the world could you feel good about that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's the other thing, Rob. LeBron James, for whatever reason, his teams have a habit of kind of taking the pedal off the gas late in the season. In 2017, when he was still in Cleveland, they went 11-15 over the last 2 months and still, of course, reached the finals. In 2016, when they won it all, they finished 10-7 in the regular season. Not great. And, of course, won the finals. So we saw in the East how playoff LeBron would come out of nowhere and just destroy everybody. Now, is that going to happen throughout the Western playoffs? I don't think so. But it certainly can happen in the first round. So playoff LeBron and Anthony Davis, I don't see them going down to the Portland Trailblazers. But what do you guys think?
Let's start with Shaq in Richmond, Virginia. You're on the Odd Couple Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What do you got, first timer?
What's going on, Robbie? I trashed Michael Jordan a while ago.
See, I knew that. Okay.
Yeah, but I think
it's all right, man. Go ahead. You're not on punishment.
I think Portland has a chance to beat them, though, man, because the Lakers just look dead, and I'm a diehard Lakers fan, man. We're the only team in the bubble. We don't average 100 points. We can't shoot. We can't defend any guards, defend any, three-point shot. And to me, this gives me more like a tournament feel, and it's more or less about who's hot, not.
But it's still 7 games. That's the difference. You're right. If you tournament feel, that's one and done.
And Shaq,
that's the big equalizer, the 7-game series.
And your concern is well taken as far as them trying to get to where they want to go, which is to win a championship. If I was a Laker fan, I'd be concerned too with what some of the numbers he just brought up. But that's not what
we just talking about getting out of the freaking first round.
Exactly. Thanks for the call. What about Chris?
The bubble's been a strange place, though. I will say that. The bubble's some strange happenings right now.
Chris in Michigan, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got, first timer?
Hey guys, love the show. Thank you. Listen all the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
For me, I don't think Portland can beat them in the first round. Damian Lillard is a stud. He's a great player. But like you guys said, over 7 games, I don't think that's enough to beat Anthony Davis and LeBron.
If you could beat them in 7 games, after they had the best record in the West and all the stuff that happened this year, that would say a lot.
It'd be disastrous for the Lakers.
Yep.
It would be disastrous for the Lakers.
And I feel like Bron, we've seen this over his career. He kind of coasts sometimes until it comes playoff time, and then he turns it up. So I feel like that's coming.
Yeah,
So
I
I don't see them losing in the first round.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. What about Mo in South Carolina? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Mo, what you got, first-timer?
Yes, Chris and Rob, love y'all since the other station. I watch y'all all the time.
Thank you.
Fox Sports 1. Yeah, I'm originally from Brooklyn because I'll be laughing at Rob talking about stride rights and all that. He had that on Pickett Avenue.
That's right. You already know, right?
Yeah, and one other thing I want to say. I'm tired of y'all guys talking about the post office people and going to the YMCA. I'm a postal person and I play ball. So,
hold on. What you mean going to the YMCA? Wait. Go ahead. Explain what you mean.
No, when y'all be talking about Kevin Durant, when he'd be like, if you don't want to be known, just go to the Y, work for the post office, and
right.
go to, and play
no, but what
we saying that's not we're not disparaging the job,
right?
At all. But it's not a job that makes you famous,
right?
Do you get interviewed by reporters every day?
Right, they come in and ask you about your performance.
I mean, really, that's all we saying.
No, I just be laughing because I be like, man, they talking about me. I play ball and I work for the post office and I ain't getting paid like Durant.
That's
but
right.
Anyway,
there you go.
All right, what you got, Bo?
Anyway, Melo should have been there about 4 years ago, and they might give L.A. a problem. I see it might go on 7. I see it go on 7.
But hold on. I'm fine. Can they beat L.A.?
Yes, that's what we want to know, not about playing them tough.
They can't beat L.A. They can't beat L.A. And if L.A. keeps on playing like they playing in this bubble right now on the campus with this up and down and AD ain't doing what he got to do, they might be going in 6. Don't sleep. There's no home corner.
That man. Wow. You're not only talking about Portland beating them, but beating them in 6.
Right. That would be unbelievable. All right, Mo, you'll call
Rob G
back.
Just rolled over in his grave.
And he's not even dead yet. John in Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got for us, Mr. First Timer?
What's up, fellas? Love the
What's
show.
Up? Thank you.
Yeah. Now, look, L.A. they're going to coast, maybe a game or two, and Lillard's going to get his. But, just like the previous caller said, they're going to feel it out. But the only way they're going to get beat is if the Clippers show up in some Portland uniforms. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only way that's going to happen.
I'm with you.
And I got to give a shout out to my man Marty Blue, who I work with in Little River.
And you work with Marty?
I am a Jordan collector myself, so I saw them little red J's.
Here it
Did
comes.
you see those red J's I got for River?
He about to give you his address, Rob.
Yeah. Those are nice.
Oh, my man
He's
River.
waiting, Rob.
Nah, my man River. Hey, John, I had to hook him up. That's my little dude right there. He's a great guy.
They're good people. They're good people.
Yep.
But
getting
back, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way they're losing the first round. That's just not going to happen.
All right,
So
thanks for the
taking
call.
my call, fellas.
Appreciate it. Yep, somebody different getting in. What about Brandon in Jacksonville? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got, first timer?
Hey, guys, love the show. Props
Thank
to
you.
Thank you.
I got to say, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I don't have a horse in this race, but I love LeBron. I love me some Dame Dollar. I'm not saying it's the most, statistical thing to happen, but you're saying 7 games, Portland's only got to get hot for 4. They only have to win 4, and I think Dame could do it.
Well, look, Dame, and I love Dame. I think Dame is
like
tremendous.
last year when they got hot for 4. Chris. Oh, no, they got swept in 4.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Because Dame has had – we all jump on James Harden, Rob.
Yep.
I don't, but Rob jumps on Steph Curry. Then Dame is now – people jump on Westbrook, Rob. Now Dame is getting to that level where it's like, okay, we know you're a star and all that, but can you take it to the next level? He has not shown us that. I'm not saying he can, but he hasn't shown us that because he, like you said, he didn't do it last year. That first run, in the conference finals, and then of course the year before they got swept by New Orleans. So